Today we're tapping into the energies currently at play. Right now we have the energy of the Lovers, of Temperance, which are the energies of Gemini and Sagittarius, and then an energy that I'm feeling very called to sit with and work with is the Six of Pentacles. So right now, currently, at the time of recording this video, we are in the sun season of Gemini. Gemini energy is very dualistic. So it's flirty and fun, and then very hermit-like. Super social, expressing a lot of outward energy, and then turning inward. It is intellectual and pretty fast moving, considering it's an air sign and a mutable sign, so it really likes change to shake things up. And at the end of this week, so Saturday, we also have a full moon in Sag, which if you have been following along and watched the last video I posted, I love how I felt really strongly like the Temperance card, which I didn't remember at the time, or know at the time, that we were going to have a full moon in Sag at the end of the week. Temperance represents the energy of Sagittarius. So it is very obvious and appropriate for that energy to be very present for our monthly reading. I feel like right now, a very common theme in the collective is being hyper aware of subtle energies. And when I say subtle energies, I am talking about things that we can't really see, things that we can sense. So some people are experiencing the presence of other entities around them, whether it's loved ones who've passed on, an energy trying to communicate with them from other lifetimes, or heavier energies finding their ways into our spaces. If any of you are experiencing this, I would love to know. There's also, when I say subtle energies, this can also be talking about intuitive hits or psychic abilities being turned up. And an example of that is like walking into a space and all of a sudden feeling like someone's watching you, or judging what you're wearing and like feeling a little bit insecure, or making eye contact with someone and like feeling a deep sense of love and respect and appreciation. It could also be intuitive hits, like not wanting to go in that direction, or choosing to turn down a certain street, or it's not time to start this project and not really understanding why, or it is time to start this project. And it's a lot about, even though Gemini is the season of logic and intellect, it's also about connecting with our subtle energy bodies and flexing and exercising those psychic muscles. For a lot of us, the practice of surrounding ourselves with a filter, so meditating on this energy surrounding us and only allowing what's meant for us to receive to come through, because sometimes when these abilities are turned up, it's really hard to know what belongs to us, what belongs to other people. We talk about this very often. So visualizing this filter around you and only allowing in a lot of, okay, so we have the energy of the Six of Pentacles with this. Sixes are all about communication. Gemini is all about communication. So right now, I feel as if speaking out loud intentions and prayers is super powerful. So when I sit down and do a reading like this, or before I start a Reiki session or a tarot reading, or before I go to bed at night, or when I wake up in the morning, I've been praying out loud. So before I started this video, I asked for protection. I asked for only energies, like loving energies of light and love, to be in my space, and anything that does not serve be sent back into the universe and alchemized into light and love to uplift all of humanity, whatever it is, speaking it out loud. There's also this sense of receptivity and reciprocity. So again, typically when we're thinking about energy or looking for signs or want to have these energetic experiences, we want something really loud. We want like repeating numbers, or a bird to land in our window, or someone to say something that's like reading our mind, or channeling someone that we love. Right now, that's not really what it's about. It's about being able to see and recognize the subtle gifts that we're being given. The fact that we do have everything that we need. Being able to feel the sunshine in your hands, water at your feet, a breeze in the wind. Being able to feel the energy of someone without them having to say anything, of love and respect. Trusting that when something doesn't go as planned, that it's making space for you to receive something different. Recognizing the moments when a huge thing is being able to vocalize what it is that you need, whether that's out loud in prayer, whether that's to a partner or to your job. And then also being honest with yourself about what it is you can give. Are you in a season where you can give someone time, energy, money? Or is there a hard boundary on what it is that you are able to give right now? And respecting that for yourself, but also giving what you can. Now I want to talk about how the sun in Gemini and the moon in Sag are such a lovely combination. The Lovers card in Temperance. The Lovers card shows up when it's in alignment. It's all about this ability to think for ourselves, to make choices based on our own understanding and experiences, to be open to love, to both give and receive love. And both cards represent this beautiful energy of give and take, this very symbiotic relationship, not only with the world around us, but also within ourselves. Temperance shows up when we are aligning with ourselves in a new way. When we are really feeling in to who we are and showing up without a sense of shame or guilt, and learning how to feel that version of ourselves in the very center of our being, but then also moving out into the world as this person, like outwardly expressing the most divine inner self. And that's not always easy. It's a lot easier said than done. It takes a lot of time. With Six of Pentacles being present, Pentacles are an earth sign, and so earth energy moves slower. It's more stable, more grounded, and there's this flow happening. There's movement happening, but it does not only have momentum, but also stability. And with fire and air being present with Sag and Gemini, having the Six of Pentacles, this earth energy present, is really beautiful, because when you combine fire and air, the energy's super creative, but sometimes it burns out really fast. Especially with both of these signs being mutable, there's this constant desire for change. And so it's hard to really focus and complete a task. So with Six of Pentacles present, we may be feeling this spark of insight, this burst of energy, and wanting to execute everything all at once. The Six of Pentacles is allowing us to slowly gain momentum, but have the stability to endure for the long haul. And it's also trusting that, and again, connecting with subtle energy, trusting that what we're putting our time and energy and intention into is gaining momentum and working. Things are happening. It may not be loud and we may not be able to see it right away, but things are forming. Things are taking shape. Maybe not in the way we immediately perceive it, but it is happening. Things are being set in motion. And so we're trusting the timing. We're trusting the process. We're writing down these inspiring thoughts, these creative ideas, and implementing them as it feels right and appropriate. Continuing to play, continuing to create, enjoying the process. Because Gemini and Sag are both really fun, adventurous energies. And with Six of Pentacles present, we are exploring, having adventures, getting really creative, also within our means, which is beautiful. We are allowing ourselves to experience life in a way that's also grounded, so that we're not exhausting our resources or our energy. So with Sag and the full moon present, this is a beautiful time to, with intention, release our old ways of being. And in every single subtle, beautiful moment, making a choice to either behave from our old wounded self, to react to outside stimuli in ways that can wreak havoc or cause unrest or disruption of these really fun, peaceful energies, or we can choose to make decisions in alignment with who we truly are. And that can be when someone's talking shit, instead of popping off, which could very easily happen with both fire and air energy present, we get grounded and we ask ourselves, is this worth my resources? What is the relationship between me and this other person like? And are they doing this out of their wounded place too? Now, that doesn't mean they're allowed to cross your boundaries and hurt your feelings, but if they're living from a place of hurt and pain, are they ready to receive like insight and feedback? And if I want this relationship to last, maybe I should sit with this and think about how I really want to communicate how I'm feeling. And can I do that in a way that isn't hurtful to them, that is loving and supportive? Because if you love this other person and you want to continue a relationship with them, popping off when you're hurt, like from a hurt place, may not be the best choice. If they are hurting and they are open to love and understanding, attacking them because you're hurt isn't going to be fruitful. If it's someone who is just on this shit train and can't get off, maybe just having space is all that you need. And popping off is just a waste of time and energy, stirring up a shitstorm that you don't really want to deal with. Let me feel into this. If you are struggling to get grounded, feeling super anxious, codependent, anxiously attached, super flighty, can't get out of your head or into your body, and if you're feeling a whole lot of fire, this is wild, unaligned air. And when I'm feeling that way, I really like to get in my body. I like to do cardio, like jumping jacks, dance videos on YouTube, running the stairs somewhere, getting my heart rate up so I can really feel into that heart space. Another practice, if physical movement isn't really in the cards for you right now, is meditating on your root chakra or your sacral chakra, or working with crystals like this raw jasper. That helps to break up stagnant energy in the root and in the sacral, and allowing to get that moving and to get you connected to the energy in your body. You can also connect, I'm loving this, with the chakras at the bottoms of your feet. And both in the Lover's card and the Temperance card, the beings in these cards are barefoot and connecting with the earth. This is also a really beautiful way to ground. I went to the river this past weekend and stuck my feet straight in the water, and it felt so good, so cooling, so calming, so beautiful. Energy work is beneficial. Also, again, I'm really loving this visualization practice of surrounding yourself in this energetic bubble and calling it a filter. Only energies of love and light are welcome in this space. Only grounding, stabilizing energies are welcome in this space. For those of you who are super in your head, a lot of times that's because our 7th chakra is wide open, especially if you are experiencing like intense psychic hits, if you are channeling energies or entities around you. This may be way too open. And so pulling that energy back in, breathing it into your heart space, and if you can, breathing it all the way to those base root chakras will help get that under control. You can also straight up ask whatever it is that is trying to get your attention to leave you alone. And then picture a shield around you and say, leave a message, I'll get to it when I can. It sounds so silly, but this practice was recommended to me by a healer that I really love and respect when my gifts were out of control and they were just out of control. And she had told me that it isn't necessary for me to intercept every energy that wants to come through. I can picture myself in a home, have my home all to myself, my loving light energy, and then ask the energies trying to communicate with me to leave a message outside of my house. And I love this practice. I utilize it every single day, and it makes a huge difference, especially when I am channeling and doing energy work and reading tarot. It helps me to ground into my energy and create space around everything else, especially right now when subtle energies are turned way up. They're turned up, I believe, because Gemini season is a season of communication. I'm super connected to this energy because I am a Gemini, and I feel I'm really connecting with that subtle energy. And also because it's a full moon, and subtle energies are always heightened when the moon is full. So it is not unusual for you to be experiencing these things right now. I do feel like it's heightened in a lot of conversation. People are having these experiences dialed way up. If you do not follow me on TikTok, I recently became like a little bit active on there, and I'm really using that space to have more education as far as tarot and crystals and energy work is concerned. So feel free to follow along. I'll be posting pictures, if I can do it in the way that I really want to do, of both the Six of Pentacles, the Lovers, and Temperance cards with little tidbits on there, as well as red jasper, red tiger's eye, and petrified wood, which we sell all three at the apothecary, and they're really beautiful for the energies at play right now. Petrified wood, which I don't have on me right now, is really cool because it contains the wisdom of our ancestors, since it's so old and has been around for so long. So it's a very grounding stone, but also allows you to communicate and receive and integrate downloads from loved ones and ancestors. So if you are channeling and you are enjoying that experience but want to ground it a little bit, petrified wood is good. I also want to add one last thing. When we're working with the energy of Gemini and with the Six of Pentacles, we are receiving. This feels very receptive to me right now. It can be both sides. Obviously, the energy between Temperance, Lovers, and Six of Pentacles is all very dualistic. Right now, we're learning to be able to see every single possibility and outcome and stay really grounded and allow all realities to exist. Also, this energy feels very receptive, as if we are receiving downloads and tapping into those subtle energies and feeling energy move within and around us. And this is such a gift. This is such a beautiful gift. It really allows us to tap into a different way of being and to also move stagnant energy through our bodies, or the awareness of where we're feeling stagnant or stuck is in our body, so that we can properly move and breathe and connect and work through that. I am also offering in-person Reiki sessions at Green Oaks Apothecary on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And on June 17th is the only Saturday this month, I will also be offering Reiki sessions in person. I'm always available virtually for Reiki, as well as tarot readings and things of that nature. So I really appreciate you guys. The energy right now feels really good. If you're struggling, reach out so we can find some balance, or give some of those practices a try and let me know how they work for you. I'm thankful for this community and genuinely appreciate everyone who takes the time to tune in. And please know that I'm sending you so much love and light and all of the blessings that you could possibly be open to receiving. Enjoy your weekend, your day, your evening, wherever you are right now. Peace out.